In West Africa, particularly in the Sahel region, energy development has been a major challenge due to ongoing turmoil, including frequent coups and terrorist attacks. However, there seems to be a shift in recent times. Leaders in the region, like Burkina Faso's President Ibrahim Traore, are taking more control and are determined to lift their people out of poverty. Ibrahim Traore has been vocal about the injustices his country has faced, especially at the hands of France. He has also been critical of past leaders who, once in power, seem to forget about the plight of their citizens. Recently, during an Africa summit in Russia, Traoré outlined his goals and intentions to combat poverty in his country. One of his significant plans is to boost energy capacity in Burkina Faso, which could stimulate economic activity in both urban and rural areas. President Traoré has sought Russia's assistance in building a nuclear plant in Burkina Faso. Russia has been strengthening its economic ties with African nations, offering support in various forms, including grain and fertilizer. Notably, Russia forgave a substantial $23 billion debt owed by African countries. In pursuit of this goal, Moscow has successfully won the favor of numerous African states. This includes countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, which are famously known as the coup belt due to their turbulent history and are actually in dire need of assistance. The young and visionary African leader has successfully secured a deal with Russia to construct a nuclear power plant in Burkina Faso. Currently, only 21% of Burkina Faso is connected to the grid, a situation that President Traoré is determined to change. His ambitious target is to achieve 95% electricity access for urban areas and 50% for rural areas by 2030. The 34-year-old president is undoubtedly sharp. He's envisioning a future where his people are all hooked up to the grid, possibly even supplying extra energy to neighboring countries. Traoré's decision to adopt nuclear energy is an environmentally friendly move, shifting away from traditional, less sustainable energy sources like biofuels and oil products. Currently, much of Burkina's energy comes from sources like biofuels, charcoal, and wood. Starting a nuclear power plant in Burkina Faso is strategic as it's centrally located among West African nations, making distribution of power to those countries easier. And don't forget, uranium, a crucial raw material for nuclear power, is readily available in neighboring Niger. This deal with Russia is the result of discussions that began when Burkinabe military ruler met with Russian President Vladimir Putin during the Russia-Africa summit in Moscow. And it looks like the talks about setting up the nuclear plant in Burkina Faso are bearing fruit. While South Africa is currently the only African country producing nuclear power commercially, more nations on the continent are moving in that direction. Russia's involvement in this project is significant and aligns with its global energy strategy and growing influence in Africa. Building a nuclear power plant in Burkina Faso establishes a firm foothold on the African continent. The cooperation between Burkina Faso and Russia has geopolitical implications, strengthening their relationship and influencing the regional balance of power. It's a testament to the changing dynamics of energy development and political alliances in West Africa.